The following is an address by Secretary to Cabinet, Mrs. Gemma Thomas, on the observance of Public Service Week 2012.
Fellow public officers, as we observe Public Service Week 2012, the distinct pleasure is mine to greet and to wish every public officer throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique a successful and enjoyable week of activities. As we contemplate on the purpose of Public Service Week, which is to celebrate the virtues of public service and the role of the public sector in national development, we can be proud of our accomplishments over the years. Today, despite the difficult economic recession brought on by the global economic downturn, we have not witnessed a reduction in the services provided to the people of this tri-island state. In fact, our teachers, police officers, doctors, nurses, and traditional public officers have continued and in some instances expanded on the services provided to members of the community. Each and every one of you is therefore worthy of some form of commendation. The theme selected for the 2012 observance of Public Service Week is Innovation in Citizen Engagement and Effective Governance. This theme points to the fact that governance is not only about systems and structures, but it involves people. As public officers, we are being called upon to facilitate greater citizen engagement in the work of government. People play a key role in the services we deliver. They are ever present as interest groups, consumers of our services, a represented voter, a client, and a citizen. Their concerns, views, and needs must therefore be captured in the development of policies, programs, and projects which affect them. Over the years, we have used the traditional forms of engagement with our citizens. These included meetings, stakeholders consultations, press briefings, media releases, news items, radio and television programs. Over time, there has been innovation in communication and customer services, and as public officers, we have to adapt to new methodologies and the provision of e-services so as to meet the changing needs of our consumers and clients. Government has commenced the process of e-government, and it is our duty to ensure that that project is a success. We must embrace the e-government initiatives and be part and parcel of the implementation and rollout of e-services to the nation. Let us all, in keeping with the theme for Public Service Week 2012, resolve to learn and utilize the latest in information communication technology so as to communicate with and serve our clients and stakeholders. As we observe Public Service Week 2012, it is incumbent on us to note that no government could assume full responsibility to meet the needs of every citizen. Citizens, therefore, must participate in the implementation of the national agenda, since effective systems for citizens' engagement have been created to enable them to reconcile their interests with the national agenda. During the course of this week, members of the public are invited to the open day on Thursday to view the exhibitions, interact with public service providers, provide feedback on current service delivery, and make recommendations on the way forward. We look forward to building a meaningful partnership with our clients. As public officers, we also seek to promote effective governance. In this context, I wish to highlight a number of projects undertaken to improve service delivery. These include the rollout of e-government, public sector transformation, which include, among others, a public sector vision statement, a governance code for members of the Senior Managers Board, a ministerial code for ministers of government, a dress code for the public service, a manual of cabinet procedures, review of the staff orders and Public Service Commission rules and regulations, introduction of the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment, reforms at the Customs, Immigration and Inland Revenue Departments, reforms in the delivery of social services, improvements in the agriculture sector, and the passage of a number of pieces of legislation. Notwithstanding all our accomplishments, I still think it is necessary to address issues of productivity and the right sizing of the public service. The important role of the public service in the development of the country must be recognized at all times. As such, as public officers, we need to be mindful of negative work attitudes such as unethical behavior, habitual absenteeism, reporting to work late, low performance, and poor service delivery. I am ever mindful of the challenging economic times that we all face and the current bread and butter issues. But I wish to caution that unrealistic and irrational demands on the overstretched national revenue may only serve to worsen an already bad situation. Let us think of the future. In closing, I urge everyone to participate in the planned activities for Public Service Week 2012 and thank the Department of Public Administration and the organizing committee for the long hours of hard work in planning the events. I thank you.
The preceding was an address to public servants by Secretary to Cabinet, Mrs. Gemma Bain Thomas, on the observance of Public Service Week 2012.